All right, picture this. You're sitting at your desk scrolling through your phone. First, you check social media, then maybe you switch to YouTube, watch a few videos, laugh at some memes, and before you know it, 2 hours have gone by. You realize, I should have been working. I had things to do. But somehow, that dopamine hit from every like, every comment, or every funny video sucked you right in. Now, why did that happen? It's not because you're lazy or undisciplined. It's because dopamine, the brain's chemical messenger, has hijacked your attention. But here's the crazy part. Dopamine itself isn't the bad guy. In fact, dopamine can be your best friend when used right. If you learn to control it, you can literally gain everything in life. Whether it's success in your career, better relationships, improved health, or mastering a new skill. Let me tell you a little story. There was a man. Let's call him Ryan. He was a smart guy, had big dreams, but he felt stuck. Every day, after work, he'd plop down on the couch, binge watch TV, and scroll through social media. He knew he had potential, but somehow, the motivation to act on his dreams never quite came. He'd say, "Tomorrow, I'll start that project," but tomorrow would come and go, and he'd still be in the same place. One day, Ryan read about how dopamine works. He learned that dopamine is what makes you crave things. It's the driver behind seeking out rewards, whether that's food, entertainment, or accomplishments. But here's the kicker. Dopamine doesn't just reward you when you succeed. It rewards you even when you anticipate success. That's why just thinking about opening Instagram or grabbing a slice of pizza can feel so good. It's your brain shooting out dopamine, making you chase that next little thrill. Ryan realized he wasn't addicted to social media or TV. He was addicted to the dopamine he got from them. His brain had gotten used to easy hits of dopamine. And because these activities were giving him instant pleasure without much effort, his brain stopped caring about long-term rewards, like building his business or getting fit. So, what did Ryan do? He decided to flip the script. He didn't quit dopamine cold turkey. That's impossible. Instead, he started controlling where his dopamine came from. He deleted distracting apps from his phone and replaced them with books on business and self-development. When he had the urge to waste time online, he'd instead take a walk or start working on a side project he was passionate about. At first, it was tough. His brain kept craving that instant hit from social media or junk food. But after a week, something amazing started happening. His focus sharpened, his energy improved, and most importantly, he started feeling motivated to pursue his goals. His brain was no longer seeking cheap dopamine hits. It was now getting its dopamine from progress, from learning, from moving toward his dreams. This brings me to an important point. Dopamine doesn't just respond to pleasure, it responds to progress. The more you move toward your goals, the more your brain rewards you with those feel-good chemicals. You get a little dopamine when you check off a task on your to-do list, when you take a step towards your health goals, or when you finally finish that project you've been putting off. Now think about your own life. How often do you spend chasing quick dopamine hits? How much time do you lose scrolling through apps or binge-watching shows, telling yourself you'll get to work later? Imagine if you could channel all that wasted energy into something meaningful. What could you achieve? What kind of person would you become? Here's the good news. You can rewire your brain for success by controlling your dopamine, and it's not as complicated as it sounds. Start small. The first step is identifying where you're getting those instant hits, whether it's through social media, video games, junk food, or other distractions. Then, replace just one of those habits with something more productive. Let's say you spend an hour a day on TikTok or Instagram. Imagine if you replace that hour with learning a new skill, like coding, writing, or starting a side hustle. After a week, it might not seem like much. But after a month, after a year, you'd be amazed at the transformation. Here's another trick. Give yourself small rewards along the way. Remember, dopamine responds to progress. When you hit a milestone, celebrate it. Whether it's finishing a chapter in a book, completing a workout, or launching a new project. These small celebrations help your brain connect pleasure with productivity, not just mindless entertainment. Look, I'm not saying never watch Netflix or quit social media forever. But if you want to gain everything in life, whether it's success, wealth, better relationships, or personal growth, you have to learn to control your dopamine. Don't let it control you. In fact, think of it this way. Every time you choose long-term goals over short-term pleasure, you're strengthening your dopamine muscles. You're training your brain to associate fulfillment with achievement, not distraction. The most successful people you admire? They've mastered this. They still get dopamine like everyone else, but they get it from progress. Finishing a book, closing a deal, hitting the gym, building their dreams. And when you start controlling your dopamine, you'll notice something magical. Your life will change. You'll stop feeling stuck, you'll stop procrastinating, and suddenly, things you thought were out of reach will start falling into place. So today, I challenge you. Take control of your dopamine. It's the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted.